Okay, welcome back. So what, 50 points lower? As I said, we are almost, what, 5 or 6 points off the day's low at this point in time. There's news at the bottom of your screen. So NCLAT, the Appellate Tribunal, has granted stay against launching, okay, I missed that. NCLAT stay not to be applicable to cases filed under Company 348, okay. So we'll have more updates from Ashmit. I think Ekta pointed these out earlier. Let's, as we told you, go across to Delhi, where the Serra Energy Week is underway. All of the big players of the energy world from around the world are going to be coming down for this event, and we are covering this for you end to end. Manisha Gupta, my colleague, caught up with Ravi Narayanaswamy of IHS Markit at that event. Mr. Narayanaswamy does not expect India's oil demand growth to be impacted, even though crude oil prices are where they are. Listen in to some of that exclusive conversation.
With the demand in India growing substantially at a higher pace than what the supply is growing, we expect the import dependency will probably reach around 90-odd%. So the import dependency is expected to continue. Yeah.
And clearly it's not very good news for India. What is your sense then on the India taking a stand in sense of imports from other countries? US is yet another exporter which is eyeing Asian markets, which really has been Middle East's market for the very longest time. How do you see those dynamics changing?
No, I think if you look at any of the crude oil producers, whether it is US or Canadians, they know that the demand growth is all happening in Asia. So they buy Asia is by default, Asia is the default market which everybody is looking at. We saw that the export from US has already started coming to India, and we do expect even in our forward view, we do expect exports from Canada also to come to India, and then the rest of the other parts of Asia. So India is almost, we can see that from the sort of participation we have in the Serra week this week. Almost every company, India is viewed as a key partner, especially from a demand perspective. That is where the growth is. Apart from China, India is the second fastest growing in terms of energy demand. So everybody is focused on India and what's happening in India.
Where does India stand amidst all of this? I mean, as you clearly said, the prices are going to be high and volatile and jittery, and the dependence on imports is only going to increase. With what's happening in the global markets, what should India's strategy be? What is going to be the focused dialogue in this week?
No, I think what we are looking at from an Indian perspective is India is unlike very many countries. When you look at historically the implications of a crude oil price spike or the currency depreciation on the overall demand growth, we see the impact being pretty minimal. So one of the key things is, even though the crude oil prices are high, the retail gasoline prices are also relatively high in India, even when crude oil prices were low. So it is not really that the demand elasticity is so strongly correlated to the crude oil prices.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, so from that perspective, we don't see that the Indian demand growth, there will be a significant impact on demand growth in India. And again, that is more of a short-term issue. Say mid of 2019, second half of 2019, we do expect output from US to increase by another 1.5 to 2 million barrels per day once the pipeline constraints are overcome. So with that, we do expect the crude oil prices starting to trend down somewhere in the second half of 2019.